Good morning, dear students. Now, in the second video, let us study how excretion occurs in plants and animals. Now, think about it. At least a small quantity of garbage or waste is produced every day in each house. What will happen if you keep this garbage for many days in your house? So you know that if you keep it for many days in your house, it will decay and a dirty smell will come and disease germs will spread all around. Okay? So it's better to dispose of the garbage every day. Now, many harmful and waste substances like urea, uric acid, ammonia, etc. are produced in living organisms. You can underline urea, uric acid, and ammonia. If these substances accumulate in the body or are retained in the body for a long time, it can lead to serious harm or even death. Hence, it is necessary to remove such harmful and waste substances from the body. Different organisms have different methods of doing this. So, removal of waste or harmful substances from the body is called excretion. You can mark it, it is the definition of excretion. Again, I shall read it. Removal of waste or harmful substances from the body is called excretion. In unicellular organisms, uni means one-celled organisms, waste materials are directly eliminated across the cell surface, whereas the process of excretion in multicellular organisms is complex. Complex means difficult or complicated. Now let us look at the pink box here. Always remember, retention of unwanted and harmful substances in the body is dangerous. Hence, just as the process of excretion occurs in living organisms, similarly, proper disposal of garbage produced in our locality and home is also necessary. This will help you to lead a healthy life. Now, let us see how excretion occurs in plants with the help of a video.
Excretion in plants. Excretion in plants is much simpler than that of animals. Plants do not have any special organs for removal of waste. Gaseous excretory materials are eliminated by diffusion through the stomata. Many plants eliminate waste by its accumulation of waste in the vacuoles of the aging leaf cells. These leaves will eventually die and fall off, removing waste in the process. In some plants, waste products are stored as raisins and gum in the old xylem. Have you ever noticed a sticky, milky, or oily substance oozing out from the bark of trees? These are excretory products stored in the old xylem. Plants also excrete some waste substances into the soil around them. In some plants, waste is in the form of calcium oxalate crystals called as raphides. These are needle-shaped and therefore hurt and cause itching. For example, colocasia leaves and the outer skin of the onion. Some plant wastes are very useful to human beings, such as rubber latex, gum, raisins, and essential oils like eucalyptus or sandalwood oil. Rubber latex is used to produce gloves. The hard, transparent raisins are principally used for varnishes and adhesives, while the softer raisins and gum raisins containing essential oils are more largely used for therapeutic purposes, and incense.
Okay, students. So I hope you have understood from the video how the excretion in plants occurs. Now, can you tell why does this happen? Leaves of plants fall off in a particular season. Fruits, flowers fall off at a certain period of time. Substances like resin, gum, etc. are given out of the plant body. Now, all these things, substances like resin and gum, they are useful for us, but they are unwanted by the plants. Hence, we use them. Now, this excretion is a simpler process in plants than in animals. There is no special organ or system for excretion in plants. Gaseous substances are given out by diffusion. Most of the waste substances of plants are stored in vacuoles of leaf cells and in flowers, fruits, and bark of trees or stem. After some time, these parts fall off. Some other waste materials are stored in old and worn xylem in the form of resin and gum. Some waste materials are also given out through roots into the surrounding soil. Now observe and find out. Observe your mother while she cuts elephant's foot. This vegetable your mother must be bringing at home sometimes. It's called as Amorphophallus or arum leaves. Okay, elephant's foot is called as Amorphophallus and arum leaves are different. Arum is those aruchi pana which we call. Your mummy must be making nice dish from it. You love to eat it. Your hands may also begin to itch if you cut those leaves. Why does this happen? Try to find out. Ask your mother what she does to prevent the itching. In some plants, waste material are present in the form of crystals of calcium oxalate. They are called raphides. You can underline it. They are called as raphides. They are needle shaped and they prickle and cause irritation of the skin and your throat also when you're eating it. Okay, these arum leaves, when mummy cooks it at home, so they prick in the throat when you're eating them. Now, some waste materials of plants are useful to humans, for example, gum, resin, latex of rubber, etc. So, I hope you have followed excretion in plants. Now, we shall begin excretion in human beings, but before that, let us observe a video.
Excretion. The biological process involved in the removal of harmful metabolic wastes from the body is called excretion. As in other processes like nutrition, respiration, transportation, different organisms use different strategies to do excretion. In case of unicellular organisms, wastes are removed from body surface into the surrounding water by the process called diffusion. But in case of multicellular organisms, specialized organs are evolved to perform excretion. Excretion in human beings. The chief organ that is involved in excretion is kidneys. The excretory system of human beings consists of 1. A pair of kidneys, right kidney and left kidney. 2. A pair of ureters, right ureter and left ureter. 3. A urinary bladder. 4. A urethra. Kidneys are located in the abdomen on either side of the backbone. Kidney is a basic filtration unit. It consists of very thin-walled blood capillaries. Each capillary cluster is associated with cup-shaped end of a tube that collects filtered urine. Each kidney has large number of filtration units called nephrons packed close together. The waste products are nitrogenous wastes that are collected from the blood in the form of urine. The produced urine passes through ureters into urinary bladder. The urine is stored in the urinary bladder and the urine is released to outside through urethra. Now, let us learn how urine is produced. The process of urine formation takes place in 3 steps. 1. Filtration. 2. Reabsorption. 3. Secretion. Filtration. The nitrogenous wastes, such as urea, uric acid, are removed from blood in the kidneys. The process of urine formation takes place in nephron. Reabsorption. Some substances like glucose, amino acids, salts, and major water, which are filtered along with nitrogenous waste, are reabsorbed. The amount of water reabsorbed depends on excess water and dissolved waste along with wastes. Secretion. Reabsorbed components of wastes are secreted into the blood when the urine flows through the tubular part of nephron in the kidney. Mechanism of urination. The urine formed in kidney enters into a lung tube called ureter. The one end of the ureter is connected to kidney and the other end is connected to urinary bladder. Urine is stored in the urinary bladder until the pressure of urinary bladder leads to urge to pass urine. When it reaches the pressure to urge to pass it, urine passes out through urethra. How can we hold urine until it reaches to the urge to pass urine? As the urinary bladder is muscular and it is under the control of nervous system, we can usually control to urge to urinate. The process of passing out urine is called as urination.
Okay, students, I hope you have understood the process of excretion in human beings very well from the video. But let me explain to you once more again here. So, can you tell which waste products or materials are produced in our body through the metabolic activities? So, we have seen that ammonia, urea, uric acid are produced during the metabolic activities in our body. Now, how does the process of excretion takes place in human beings? I will explain to you, even though you have seen it in the video. It's a repetition for you. So, there are different organ systems in the human body to bring about the different life processes, such as the digestive system for digestion of food, respiratory system for respiration, etc. The process of digestion leading to energy production is an important process of our body. Various waste materials are formed during this process. Removal of these wastes from the human body is very important, and it is this excretory system that carries out this function. The human excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, the urinary bladder, and the urethra. You can underline it. Urine is formed by the kidneys by separating the waste and the unwanted excess substances from the blood. Now let us go to the next page, 167. Now look at the pictures there. 15.6 excretory system in the kidneys. So here you can see the inferior vena cava. It's a blood vessel. It has got blue color because it is impure blood. The red one, okay, is the abdominal aorta. You pronounce it as aorta. Okay, it's red because pure blood is there. You can see both the kidneys on either sides. You can see this ureters, okay, the two tubes down there up to the bladder and the urethra. Now in each kidney we have the cortex, the medulla and the renal pelvis. Then on the kidney you can see a small endocrine gland called as the adrenal gland. Near the kidney you can see the renal artery which is carrying pure blood, renal vein, impure blood. Okay, so here these are the organs which are included in the excretory system. Now let us observe the TS or the picture of the kidneys over there in the same picture 15.6. See, there is the kidney. You can see the renal vein which has got blue color blood or impure blood, I would say. Renal artery, pure blood. Renal pyramids you can see, renal capsule and the cortex and the renal calyx as you have seen in the video. Now here, two bean-shaped kidneys are situated one on either side of the vertebral column. On the posterior side of the abdomen. Posterior means last, behind you can say, or back side you can say. The functional unit of the kidney that performs the basic function of filtration is called as the nephron. Underline it. How we have the fundamental unit of the cells or the bodies as cells, like that the functional unit of the kidney is called as the nephron. Very important, nephron. Each nephron has a cup like thin walled upper part called as a Bowman's capsule. Okay, the network of capillaries in it is called as glomerulus. Underline it. Okay, so many capillaries are there. The urea produced in the liver comes into the blood. When the urea containing the blood comes into the glomerulus, it is filtered through its capillaries and urea and other similar substances are separated from it. Water molecules and small molecules of some other substances can cross the semi-permeable membrane of the Bowman's capsule. The solution accumulated in the cavity of the Bowman's capsule passes through the tubular part of the nephron. In figure 15.7 you can see the nephron and how the substances are passing through it. You can see it. Now here the molecules of water and some other useful substances are reabsorbed into the blood. Urine is formed from the remaining solution which is full of waste materials. The urine is carried by the ureters and is stored in the urinary bladder. Afterwards, urine is given out through the urethra. The urinary bladder is a muscular and it is under the control of the nerves. Hence, we are able to keep a control on urination. Though the kidneys are the main organs of excretion, in human beings, the skin and lungs also help in the process of excretion. Underline that. Skin, because in summer we perspire, we sweat a lot. Okay. And lungs also, where water vapor is given out when you breathe. Now, the right kidney is in the slightly lower position than the left one. Each kidney has approximately 10 lakh nephrons. Underline 10 lakh nephrons. The approximately 5 liters of blood which is present in the normal healthy person's body is filtered by the kidney about 400 times every day. Underline it. Thus, every day the kidney filters about 190 liters of blood, from which about 1 to 1.9 liters of urine is formed. The remaining liquid is reabsorbed. So this way we can see that the kidney is working very hard and functioning. Now let us go to page number 168. Now here in the picture you can see about the dialysis of the blood. You can see the dialysis machine over here, and how the dialysis takes place in case of a person whose kidneys have failed or some problem is there. The efficiency of the kidneys can be adversely affected by injury, yeah, maybe due to some accident or injury or infection or decreased blood supply, anything can happen. So in this case, what happens is an excess of toxic any poisonous substances accumulates in the body and it can lead to death. So if kidneys fail, the nitrogenous wastes are separated from the blood with the help of a man-made machine. The process of separating the nitrogenous waste from the blood with the help of this machine is called as dialysis. Now you know, understand the term by dialysis. So it is purifying the blood, sending pure blood to the body by removing the nitrogenous waste. About 500 ml of the blood is sent at a time through the machine. Purified blood is re-infused. Excuse me. Re-infused means re-sent into the body of the patient. Now in the picture you can see how the artery and the vein are connected with the pipes, and the air trap is there, the blood pump is there, arterial pressure is monitored. So this is the dialysis machine, and use disalate, that is a mixture which passes through the membrane in dialysis. Fresh dialysate is again sent, and compressed air is also sent. So in this way dialysis occurs. Now here use your brain power over there is deleted, both the questions, yeah, it is deleted. Now I hope children you have understood the process of excretion very well. So read the lesson properly. Now in the third video we will study about coordination.